What's up everyone? I rented a server just for all of you to show you an uninterrupted view of Scrap Metal, which is one of the maps in the Close Quarters expansion pack for Battlefield 3. Now if this is your first time checking out the map, it can get pretty confusing, so just pay attention to your little mini map. Hopefully you're not playing hardcore and you should be able to find your way. It's basically two warehouse type buildings that are right next to each other, and there's a few paths from one side to the other. This is Conquest Domination. Here's one of the flags. Conquest Domination is pretty much like regular Conquest, except the flags capture faster and you have fewer spawn tickets. You can also play Squad Deathmatch, Team Deathmatch, Close Quarters, and Gunmaster in these close quarter maps. Now you'll notice that there's a ton of staircases in both buildings that lead up to the second floor and the rooftop. And if you're on the rooftop, you can see all these little bridges and paths that lead from one building to the other. And you can also get a clear view of the rooftop on the other building, which has flag A, as you can see. So let's check out one of the bridges or paths that leads over there. And as you can see, there's also a little catwalk here and there. You don't have to take an actual bridge to get to the other side. There's also like a little pipeline that you can walk across, but of course it'll be safer to use the bridge. Now inside the warehouses it's pretty dark, but you can up your brightness settings and do just fine, or maybe use a tactical light. Either works. Outside it's super bright. And right there in that middle bridge is flag C. Flag A is on a rooftop, flag B is inside the other warehouse, as I showed earlier. Now this warehouse, it's not really floors, but there are staircases that lead up to the rooftop. This is just mainly one floor with a bunch of construction or mechanical things all around this area. There are a lot of places to hide behind, so it's not exactly a clear shot, as you can see right here. Recon kit usually isn't the best choice unless you're using a personal defense weapon or a shotgun. Now let's go back up to the rooftop from these staircases. There's pretty much only two staircases to this rooftop. This is one of them. Now when you're on the rooftop, look out across the way to see if there's any snipers or whatever. And here's a little pipeline and a bridge to the other warehouse. Flag A is over here, but since you're on the rooftop, make sure you're behind cover because you can easily get sniped by a player on the rooftop of the other warehouse. Now this dark area is pretty small and it leads down to a staircase which goes down to the warehouse from earlier. There's also a few bridges and paths right here which lead to the first warehouse, so there's a lot of ways to get from one warehouse to the other. Don't forget to check the dark corners because there might be campers just waiting to kill you. And that's the entire map. It might get a bit confusing, so you can always check your mini-map for a little bit of guidance.